So at this point, we've seen all 7 days of the Galactic News Network. They've also announced that tomorrow there's going to be a video for EN about the Galactic Calamity, plus there's going to be a stream for JP in a few days. But let's go over everything that we currently know about the Galactic Calamity. Let's take a look at the 7 days of teasers they gave us first. So this girl here, they mentioned that it's a Protos who failed to return from a chaos, and we've seen her before. During the dev talks, they showed us this image, and you can see her in the back. The little, like, thing sprouting out of her head is pretty distinct. So I'm pretty sure it's this girl in the back, and the positioning kind of makes sense. It seems like she's very central to the core of the story. And you can see the little thing on her head here. So I'm guessing that this is that girl. The general outfit design also kind of lines up, plus the hair and everything. Just taking a look at it again. More or less lines up. So I'm guessing that this is her. Second, we have this icon here, and it mentions Kaguya Pharmaceuticals. We're going to just keep this name in mind, but it's about operating an illegal laboratory, and the research content hasn't been disclosed to the public. This little symbol here, we see pop up here and there. You can see on Chizuru, this little emblem on her is the same thing, so it's definitely related to Chizuru, and given that she is also present on this art, it looks like she's going to be pretty core to the story as well. Next up, number 3 is just Cassius. Now Cassius, we know, is associated with the area that the story is moving into, Pelshin, just because on the website he's linked in the Pelshin section. So he's going to probably be showing up. And then number 4, it just mentions something about planet Delta. This might be related to a chaos that we go into. Maybe? I'm not too sure exactly what this one is, but it says that the navigation safety rating is hazardous level, and you're generally not allowed to go in there. And then number 5, a mass terrorist attack on the central square. This is pretty much just a expedition dump. It's just an exposition dump. And then number 6, again, more exposition about the story. And then number 7, it's another exposition, but we see a little character in the back. And this one's actually kind of interesting. It's a bit hard to see, but let's blow this up a little bit. You can see the number 07 on her, which I guess this is also 07, the 7th post, but the little number on her says 07, which is kind of significant. So we're going to take a quick look at exactly why. So here on the website, they previously listed 5 characters. Technically, one more. They used to have Yuki on here, not anymore. At this point, you can kind of see some stuff about Yuki if you look around enough. I'm not going to show it or anything, but one of these characters here mentions that they're the 6th masterpiece of Company 110. Though their number here says R09. Not sure if, like, because they say that there's 6 masterpiece, but the number is 9. But I'm guessing that maybe this character is another, like, sort of whatever made this girl. Like, I'm guessing there's some kind of, like, projects to make superhumans or something of that nature. Given the numbering, they're probably related. And we can also take a look at just some of the stuff here. Chizuru, combatant, looks like she's a void type unit. Kind of looks like a DPS given just how many attack cards she has. Of course, this just isn't, like, this is subject to change. They could change her up a lot. Her overall design is kind of interesting. She has this thing where she's, like, permanently has her hands tied behind her back. But if you look at this one, she's got these, like, little arms that she can summon. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not sure how I feel about some of the placement of some of these other parts of her design, but overall pretty cool design, I would say. We also have Yufina, who looks like an order type. I'm guessing some type of sub-DPS / support. She's got 2 upgrade cards, 2 skills, and then this electricity overload, which is a 3 cost, which is kind of insane. This is really high cost, assuming they keep this, but the general idea they had, at least when they were making her kit, looks like she just loads everything into this one attack. It kind of looks like a support slash sub DPS, but she is also a combatant. And then Cassius, we already know him pretty much. He's already in the game. Here there's Narja, who is another combatant. This one's a justice type, assuming they keep the element. Can't tell exactly what she is. Kind of looks like another DPS or sub DPS. And then lastly is Alexia. We took a look at it a bit, but she is a partner. So here we have 3 different combatants, which is kind of interesting because looking at the promotional artwork for the Galactic Calamity screen, we can see like 3 people here already. So Yuki, everybody is assuming that she's going to be the first banner. I wouldn't be surprised if Chizuru was right after her, and given that these 2 are probably banner units, this girl might be the 3rd one. There's a chance that she's this person too, just because they have little like things coming out of their heads, and the placement here is pretty much the same. You can see the little wings behind her too, which could just be this. So I think there's a decent chance that she is this girl right here. So if these 3 are like banner units, then we still have 2 more combatants. Maybe they're 4 stars, or maybe the story is just going to stay in this area for even longer than just 1 season. We could be getting these in another season coming up afterwards. Or it could just be we're getting these 3, and then we'll be getting Yuki plus this other girl later. So there's a lot of things that we just don't know yet, but this is just some of the characters that have pretty much been revealed already for the upcoming Galactic Calamity season. Again, there's going to be the video for EN coming out tomorrow, plus the stream for JP. We do have one more thing though. This is back from the translated stuff, where we can see the menu, at least the base menu they had. Maybe some stuff will change for Galactic Calamity. A weekly Chaos Run, 8,000 points based off of other games, since this game takes a lot of stuff from other games. If you do a full Chaos Run, you'll get 8,000 points, so it's 1 full run a week. There's also the Story tab, Nebula Distortion, and then the Great Rift, which hasn't been revealed yet. And they've mentioned it in interviews that stuff is going to unlock like over time. Like 1 week, something will unlock, the next week something will unlock, and the week after that, something else will unlock. We can also see an exchange shop where we can probably pick up a bunch of materials and maybe some rare stuff for rewards. Challenge missions, which I would assume also grant us some sort of rare stuff for the rewards. Here we can see some stuff from the story. It just mentions like the SS Nightmare. This is the first story after the main story ends, so it's definitely going to be picking up where we left off. Some little ominous words for us here. And then this is the Nebula Distortion, which you can see over here. It looks like some sort of boss challenges, and we do have challenge rewards. I wouldn't be too surprised if this was just killing it within like a certain amount of turns or whatever. But this is the exterior boss for Blue Pot. This is the exterior boss for, I think, City of Mist, and this is the interior boss for City of Mist. Not sure if these will be the bosses that stick around when the content actually launches, of course. And then here we can see the chaos. So there's going to be, it looks like a new chaos world for this first season. Brand new exploration level and everything. You can see the weekly score here. It's the research lab, which they mentioned here, and I think number 2. The Kaguya Pharmaceuticals illegal laboratory. And then same thing here, Kaguya Pharmaceuticals secret laboratory. Chaos is triggered, but it has been thoroughly concealed from the outside world due to the pursuit of forbidden research. So this looks like the primary theme of the story and also this chaos. We're just going straight into the laboratory. Not sure if this is, again, like, maybe this? So we'll see exactly what's going on there. I think that's all we really have on the chaos so far. Though I am just noticing that the cap of 4 was kind of shown here already. And I guess I never really noticed that. Anyways, very excited for the video plus the stream in a few days. We're finally getting into what I would say is the core, like, stuff of CZN, because up until now, it's pretty much just been the prologue. Given that we're getting these Galactic Calamities every 9 weeks, we'll see what it's going to be like, if they're going to have to do some sort of improvements to it or whatever. But see you guys next time.